Hey everyone, I am in Wuppertal, Germany, and this is a place a lot of friends told me just can't possibly exist with a name like that. And it's cold and rainy and miserable. And check out this really cool thing right here that makes it all worth it. This is the Schwebebahn. It's some sort of monorail system built in the city, and it kind of reminds me of the 90s Simpsons episode.
Mono, don't!
So I'm here for a math conference on ergodic theory, and I just got here last night and it was like pouring rain, and I'm really just kind of curious to explore the city. I'm not going to have that much time because I kind of got to go in here and go out. Got to go this way to the main train station to actually get some tickets. But this is really cool. Like all the videos I saw doing a little research for this, you know, they're in summer, and I think it's probably really beautiful in summer. Now it's in the fall, it's in November, so, you know, maybe not. But what was I gonna say? So there's the other really interesting thing that actually convinced me to make a video here because I wasn't sure. As it turned out that Friedrich Engels, the co-author, you'd say with Karl Marx of the Communist Manifesto, was born here. So this used to be a major like industrial city with a steel industry and all that. So they actually have a museum, you know, in his honor, and, you know, to explore about his life, where he grew up. So to me that is a little strange, you know, but I was in Gori, Georgia, where they had a Stalin museum, and we'll go, you know, I want to duck out for a little bit and check that out as well. I'm on my way looking for bus tickets to get to the university, and I noticed the kind of like a partially open Christmas market. They don't have the glue wine ready yet in the morning. I think that's the hot wine. I went into the station and there does not seem to be any English option at all. So at least in Poland we have a whole bunch of languages we can do this in, and I don't know any German, so it's gonna be tricky. So this has gotten really tricky. So I have a few people helping.
Yeah, eine person. Yeah.
Okay.
2 Tage.
1440.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was way more complicated than I thought. So the woman helping me there was from Kharkiv, Ukraine, which I was at like more than 3 years ago, or 3.5 years ago. So I got the ticket, 1440 euros, 2 days, because I might just want to just ride around this thing all day long. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just use it a couple times. So I have to go to the university now. You don't buy your tickets at the main train station or the bus station, because if you go by a normal station, they have an English option. And here's the bus to the university. Okay, I'm at the University of Wuppertal now. It's kind of a nice view with the sort of hills and everything. And this is a building G, and it says like 15th floor. Maybe that's something that looks like some. I don't know what that is. So it's kind of an interesting architecture. So I'm running a little late, so we got to go in. I think this is an elevator for floors 1 to 24. I couldn't find the real elevator to floor 15. It turns out this one goes up to lucky number 13, so rather than just wander, I'm just gonna go up 2 flights of stairs or something.
Riding hull has only 6-fold symmetry, and in fact one direction is more frequent than the 30-degree rotation.
And we know that A and TA are disjoint, right? So it looks something like this. This is this graph.
I have a little time to get out. I gotta be back for my postdoc who's giving a talk a little later, but we're gonna stop by the Engels house. So this is the museum to Friedrich Engels, who was the co-author of the Communist Manifesto. And we gotta find, it's kind of on the other side of town. It's even more miserable weather. So apparently there's a whole bunch of Chinese tourists going to this for kind of obvious reasons, and I'm really just kind of curious what's going to be there, and we get to go on this monorail as part of the trip. It's so dark and gloomy. I mean, it's in Poland as well around this time. I mean, now we at least have some of these modern buildings. Yeah, look at how fast those clouds are moving too. Wow. I can imagine when there are more factories around here, you know, back around the time the Communist Manifesto was written, that like there'd be a total like Hunger Games District 12 sort of vibe in this place. I think the background is gloomy, as I said, but this gives me the Christmas spirit. finally made it here. We have Friedrich Engels Alley, and look how much less gloomy it is. The bright, inspiring lights of communism have just enlightened the whole area. So this is something where I kind of feel a little bit strange about this, though, because I'm actually quite okay with the idea of having like an Engels museum. You know, this is something in history to learn about. You know, tens of millions of people died from communist, you know, shenanigans, if you want to call them that. But to actually name a street after him, I don't know. You know, it's something where, like, I think this is kind of really unfortunate that the communists get, you know, a pass on this. There's another another author of a very destructive ideology that ravaged these lands, who, of course, you know, rightfully so, is never going to have a museum named after him, at least around. Oh, we got another one of those going. But then somehow it's okay to have like a Friedrich Engels house and a Karl Marx house, and in Gorey, Georgia, there's a Stalin museum. You know, Stalin killed, I think it was something like 40 million people. Well, this looks interesting here. We have a phone booth with the glass broken out or something. I guess that's kind of how things run under communist policies. So it's something to me that's really kind of strange. I mean, we're going to go find, I think one of these houses might be over here, there, and we're going to go find it. But especially living in Poland, having traveled to Ukraine and other parts of Eastern Europe many times, you know, there's so many people I know that have had family members that have been in some ways, you know, harmed, to put it lightly, you know, by communist policies. Like, of course, there's Holodomor in Ukraine that is kind of brushed under the rug a lot. You know, yeah, I think this is like around right here. So, you know, we can say something like, okay, well, was there a reason that these things started? I mean, of course there was. You know, the capitalist system back then, it was very brutal. And I mean, not to say that this is perfect by any means, but you don't replace something shitty with something even worse. And, you know, some people may say, okay, well, Engels and Marx are okay. They're just like idealistic whatevers and didn't know any better. And I still call bullshit on this, because, I mean, it does not sound nice in theory. Like, they'll say if it was implemented properly, then, you know, it would be okay. But, you know, there's this problem where it doesn't take human nature into account. So it's not theoretically true. It's just false. You know, it's just bullshit. And it doesn't sound nice to me, because, you know, you're taking someone, you're not letting them be who they are. You're forcing them into a particular role. And to me, this sounds horrific. And, you know, it's not a surprise that these things have spectacularly failed. And I guess, yeah, like I said, I guess I can just see when this was more industrial, the reason why, seeing these sort of exploitations. Then they went to Manchester and all that with Marx. And check out another one of these going by. These are so cool. I'm so excited about this as well, getting to see this great man, Friedrich Engels. So, called my mom in Detroit. My dad's sleeping and has a cold, so are you inspired and enlightened?
I think I just read about it. Didn't he work with Karl Marx?
Yeah, he was a co-author of Communist Manifesto.
Oh, wonderful. What a wonderful man.
I think there's some people at the museum. Hey, excuse me? Can I ask you a couple questions? Is it okay?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. You're from, where are you from?
From China?
China, I figured, yeah. So, did you come here to visit the museum, to Wuppertal?
Just wanted to see the environment of his hometown.
Is Engels, is he looked at as a great person in your culture? Like,
yes.
Okay. So like him and Marx, or just tell me if I'm right, are they looked at like these really good people that founded the philosophy of communism?
Yes.
Is it interesting? Do you feel good coming here?
Yes, it's my great honor to see, Engels' hometown.
I really find it interesting hearing different perspectives on this, because obviously, you know, I grew up with a very different background on this than he did, and I'm sure there's, you know, different stuff that they're told. Okay, so the tickets are €4, and my understanding it was mostly Chinese and socialists coming that are interested in communism here?
Yes.
Okay, so we have an Engels gift shop, and do you have any like postcards or anything? Or?
No, there are all
Is there like a Engels pencil? Or, is this his signature on it?
Yes.
How much does that cost? 3?
3 euros.
Okay, I'm getting that. So, all right, let's. All right, thank you. So I don't really have that much time because I need to get back to the conference soon, and this is turning out to be very interesting. I think a lot of these are basically kind of saying what I suspected based on the size of the house. You know, we heard saying that he grew up as the son of a textile manufacturer, and he was well protected, and he got to witness probably all this exploitation that's coming from this industrial society here. So it makes sense, you know, how this could have, at least this idea could have started. It's like some of his works. I wonder what this is. So he didn't get a diploma in high school because he was supposed to continue on in the family business. Okay. It's about the Communist Manifesto and meeting Marx, and like that's really kind of some Peaky Blinders looking city right there. I mean, it's kind of does tell you some things. I thought this was kind of interesting. So we have like these are various portraits of his family, like that's his father, and these all look very, very, very aristocratic. And there's something here that kind of stood out to me, being a Star Trek fan at least, that profit under God's blessing. This sounds, it was the guiding principle, I guess, of this belief system they lived in, you know, were into. And it sounds very much like Ferengi from like Star Trek Next Generation and Deep Space Nine.
And a Ferengi without profit
is no Ferengi at all.
The 18th rule of acquisition.
This is so interesting. I just got to get going soon, but like I was talking to the people working here, and it just seems like very much that, you know, he probably saw like the worst and nastiest things of capitalism, and then he just went like too far in the opposite extreme. Maybe just not even really considering what would happen if you go too far. And I think that's really kind of telling that this is like the origins. I mean, they were so rich to the point that his father even owned a factory, both, you know, in Wuppertal and in Manchester. So it's like this international thing going around. So this is, you know, one of the fathers of communism. And grew up in this almost sort of palace. I think it's very, very interesting. And I'm stupid and I got on the bus going the wrong way. It's easy to do when you don't know the town, so I'm gonna be a little late for the talk, unfortunately.
We again want our correlations to be square summable, right? But now, because it's a general locally compact second countable group, we have to just take integrals and work with hard measure.
Finished the conference dinner, and I'm at Chiara, who works on multiple ergodic averages in northern Germany.
Yes, from Kiel.
Yeah. And we're going to check out the Christmas markets. I think they close at 9, and we're going to have maybe about an hour to get there. So, excited?
Yeah.
What is that?
I just wanted to ask if you know what that is.
It could be a nose or something else. So this looks like super industrial, especially with the fog. So you don't have this in other parts of Germany, or?
No, I've never seen something like this.
Yeah, this is like the most, I mean, that's what all the videos are about, or this thing. Oh, check it out. There we go. Yeah. We're not totally clear if we're going to the right Christmas market. There's like 2 things with some name on the map. Yeah. And one of them has only 2.5 stars and the other has 5. For meinen Engel, that's about the Communist Manifesto, right?
I'm not so sure.
I mean, if this is it, I'm honestly kind of underwhelmed. Like, even what we have in Poznan is like 100 times better, to be honest.
No, I've seen a different one yesterday, so...
Okay. Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think my disappointment has been shattered, so this actually looks really good. Like, have the lighting on that's really wonderful as well. So this is what you saw yesterday,
yeah,
right?
That's exactly what I saw.
Okay. Yeah, this looks a lot warmer, and this church here as well. So, you want to take it over?
Okay, I can try.
Yep. So it's your turn, and if you want to talk to it directly, you can turn it back at you.
Okay.
So
Oh,
if you
yeah.
like what's up.
No, I don't. So what you can see there is also an ice skating ring. Okay. So there's the ice ring. You can do some ice skating.
Yeah, that looks fun. You ice skate?
No, I can't balance. Also there's a church over there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Had enough of it?
Yeah.
So, if I gave you 10 euros, would you go ice skating?
No.
So this kind of brings up a point I didn't even think about, that probably you're going to need cash at these markets. I don't really have any euros on me. I have like Polish zloty, and I don't think they're going to take Polish zloty. Do you think they would?
No.
Probably not? Okay. What'd you get this time?
I got some almonds.
Almonds? Okay.
Yeah, with raspberry taste.
Okay. Are you going to have it now or take it home?
I take it home.
Okay. We'll have to wait for the review for later then.
Yeah.
So your final evaluation of the Christmas market?
I would say 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was on Google Maps.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So are there other ones better in other cities?
Yeah. So I think the one in Lübeck is really good.
Oh, yeah. Even in Poznan, I think it's much better. Maybe I'll live stream from there, Wrocław or something. So you're cold, so you're probably gonna go in for the night then?
Yes.
All right. So I have no idea what that is that I'm just watching there. It's kind of been going on like that for a while, and it was saying something in German. So I just been resting, and the next day of the conference is only really 2 days is coming up. So I'm gonna go to sleep and keep watching this nonsense. It's the last day of the conference and it's gloomy as ever. So at least it's not raining. I'm seriously considering going back to the Engel house just to like part the clouds of darkness and give the enlightenment of communism to brighten the day. I don't know, something like that. So I gotta go to the final talks now.
Executive property. The second assertion is this equivalence of sigma algebras. So that is sigma algebra of T invariant sets is given by the product sigma algebra of the S invariant sets and the sets that are invariant under the bundle.
Then we can decide on
So the conference is over, and Jonathan and some other people are gonna go fly the drone, play with a 3-meter selfie stick, 360 camera. It's filming now.
Okay, so continue.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a strong wind warning, but we can go in like orbit. We had some little issues with the GPS bouncing around because of these weird buildings, so we're gonna go to the city center now. Here we go. So you're recording yourself right now.
Okay.
So we have the 3-meter selfie stick. It can be like this and like it's capturing the whole sphere. We can let Jonathan, or do you want to play with it, or you want? No.
Yeah, I can try.
Okay, just hold it with 2 hands from the base.
Okay, so it's
Okay. Yeah. And just be careful.
It will not fall, right?
No, I don't think so. So I guess we'll call it a day for now on this. So. After the conference, I just kind of met with some friends that happened to be in the area, walked around, just kind of recorded some stuff. And I want to just ride on the Schwebebahn, again, there's a few hours left. And I think I just actually kind of missed it. I think there's one loading up there right now, but I don't know if I'm even going to do anything because it's Saturday night right now and everything really just kind of closes even really early on a Saturday. Like, I wanted some refrigerator magnets and I didn't have any luck with that, so I might find something to, yeah, here we go. Here it is right here. Yeah, it's nice. So we are going to ride it in that direction. I'm going to go to the very end and just see what I find over there. But I heard that one side is a good side and the other is a bad. I don't know if this is going to be the good or the bad side. I think I noticed I have a little bit of a FOMO, fear of missing out, when I explore some places. So I could just kind of rest in my hotel room, which is what I probably should be doing. But yeah, we went to Oberbarmen, one of the inns of the line. We have a kind of McDonald's, kind of sketchy train station. We have a Asswad market. I didn't actually realize till I said that out loud, like Asswad, it's like it's pretty funny. But a bunch of kebab places and a Christmas tree, and I don't know. I know it's one of the things I like to do when I travel is go to these inn places and look around, but realistically I have less than an hour to do this, and I don't know that I'm going to find anything, but I think it's just going to be relaxing and I would regret not checking it out. Some traffic issues. Kind of surprisingly, there's actually more life in some ways here than in the center at this time. Like, there are things that are still open, like a lot of 24-hour stuff, like various kiosks and things. There's, I don't know, spices. I think some sports betting for 24 hours or something. I don't know. Well, there is one really big positive that Netto is open till 10. It's nothing too amazing, but at least by local standards, I guess, if you need to buy some groceries. I think that's one of the benefits. You go to some place you wouldn't expect to and you find some little nice thing, like you can shop here later even if it's at the kiosks. And I did find something kind of crazy that made my whole trip absolutely worthwhile, more than the mixed nuts that I bought. What the hell? Like, what is this? Like, that is... I don't think I need any words to explain what's going on there. I was pretty much getting ready to go home, but I actually found another kind of weird thing. You have Danny's American nails. These are not American nails. These are like Wolverine X-Men nails. Like, those are weapons. I don't know what they're thinking. Well, I think that's it for tonight. And I've just been kind of relaxing in my room, and tomorrow I need to get up in the morning and I'm going to head back to Poznan and probably do math in the train and some other work with my postdoc. So I'm going to check out for now. One last thing before I go to bed is this is still on, so I don't know if this is on days in a row or whatever, but it's kind of freaking me out. I'm up. I need to go get to the train to get back to Poznan today. It's going to be something like, I don't know, at least an 8-hour trip. And I just had a realization I want to share. I think that spooky and ominous looking building, like right over there in the distance, is the University of Wuppertal, where we had the kind of mini conference workshop. Well, I was with Sohail and Mickey, and we were just discussing math, and some kind of angry old guy told us it's a quiet.
To be fair, it does literally say quiet.
It does say, yeah.
So he had the right of way.
Yeah, so no math. So. Well, I am back home in Poznan, and someone's getting in the way of the filming. He's happy to see me, and he's purring. So I kind of don't feel very good. I started to actually get some chills on the remaining train ride home, and I just kind of, I don't know, not feeling so great. So, but just kind of like in terms of like Wuppertal and everything. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think it was an interesting trip. I mean, I felt that there was a lot left to be seen. That, you know, I just had a little bit there, a few days. So I think exploring the city could be more interesting. Obviously, the monorail system was a very kind of cool and unique thing from the place. Overall, like one of the negatives I felt about the place is like you actually can't use your card. That to me felt like something that should not be happening. Hey, in 2023. Also, like there was a friend of mine in Warsaw who was in a couple of my like haunted Christmas videos from a couple years ago who told me that if I read the Communist Manifesto, she will as well. So kind of, you know, challenge on. I'll do that and see what happens. But overall, yeah, it was kind of a cool trip. And I mean, it was a little gloomy and rainy and all that. But I think that I would be interested in going back sometime and checking it out more. Like maybe go back in summer or something would be better when it for sure is going to be beautiful around the monorail. But anyways, I'm going to just rest because I really feel like resting now, and I'm glad this didn't happen during the conference. So, you know, the usual like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all this stuff is really great, and I'm out.